Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem El-Shai, Ba'ashem Harakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of great news, so that surely do well. And salutation to the Akim that pushed this word out there in sincerity and truth. Brother Lamar, once again from James Chanel, coming to do another video through the spirit and power of Ba'ashem El-Shai. Hope it edifying towards you, hopefully like. Alright, and this just a video I'm doing just to basically collab with Ella Apostle Gabavid that he did with IUIC, saying that we are not Hebrews, alright, but just Israelites. Now the thing about it is, you know, we are Hebrews, right? And Ella Apostle Gabad touched on the fact that that is the language we speak, but when they think about it, the word Hebrew, as Ella Apostle Gabad said, goes from past or from beyond, right? So our forefather, the beginning of our progenitors, right, being one that is called and chosen after Adam, after Noah, is Abraham, the Hebrew, which was Abram, right? And it says in Genesis 14:13, and there came one that had escaped and told Abram the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain, Mamre, the Amorite, brother of Eshcol and brother of Anna, and these were confederate with Abram, right? So they this is when they took Lot, right? With the situation with Sodom and Gomorrah, right? With who was the kings? Alright, when you read Genesis 14, it's because it's like a confederation of kings, right? And they took Lot, and Lot being Abraham's nephew, who at that time was Abram, you know, being that Abraham loved Lot, you know, he went and searched for Lot, right? But he said, and they came and they told Abram the Hebrew. Now, Abram the Hebrew goes back to Eber, and that is in Genesis 10, if I'm not mistaken. Eber, right? Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth, the elder, even to him were born, were children born. Eber, verse 21. Eber, the same as Eber, the name of two patriarchs, and for Israelites, Heber. So let me see what the Bible dictionary had to say here with Hebrew. If not Hebrew, I'll type in Eber, see languages of the Old Testament Aramaic, because also the children of Aram used to speak this language. Alright, cause in the genealogy, Greek answer of Shem, right? It says occurs in the genealogy, Genesis 10:21, Genesis 10:25, Genesis, as the great grandson of Shem and father of Peleg, Joktan. The words means the other side, across, and the form Hebrew, which is derived from its intendant to denote the people or tribe who came from the other side of the river, the Euphrates, from Haran, right? But we know that all these names is omen nomen, so they actually mean some. When they go back into Peleg, right, that is when the Most High divided the languages in Genesis 11 with the Tower of Babel, right? Now a lot of people get confused. Now the thing is, with the Tower of Babel, when the Most High Yahweh Shemel Shai split the languages, it's not that people was actually speaking like Ching Chung China and Vashti, you know, bring the curry and them kind of. No, it wasn't that. It's the fact that the understanding of the language, like, all right, for example, as I was showing them brothers yesterday, because they say they had a situation concerning an Egyptologist came up and was speaking about some Butuk language, and things that go before, that was actually before the Hebrew. Now, what actually went on in Genesis 11 is that the understanding of the language was confounded, right? The way how we will use dad, D-A-D, in the English language to call our father, our biological father, in the Hebrew language, D-A-D, dad, actually means your uncle, goes back to beloved. Alright? The way how we might say B-A-N, ban, like to ban something, B-A-N, ban, actually means son in the Hebrew. Now, the languages was more watered down, coming down the lineage, right? But it's not that the language was actually changed. It's the understanding of the language. So the people in Babel, they would have been speaking in a certain tone or dialect, saying, hey, well, pick up the glass. But the glass, I just show an example. Pick up the glass, which is something that we know a glass could be something to break, or if the case is, when we say glass, them actually saying, well, nah, he say pick up the plastic, But Elder Apostle Gabar, he brought this precept here, right? Micah 3. And let me jump down 3 points. So I just want to explain something here, right? Micah 3 and 3. It says, who also eat the flesh of my people and flay their skin from off them, and they break their bones and chop them in pieces as for the pot and as flesh with the cauldron, right? So as El Apostle Gabar rightfully said, these people, they're taking off the heritage from them. You understand? Because these men from Eba coming all the way down, they are our father. But what we known as Hebrew Israelites for, because we speak the Hebrew language, the language that was beyond, the language that was past. Now, even in the movie Fifth Element, the angel that came down and they configured her, right, to become they configured the being to become a female being. And when she started to speak, Bruce Willis in the movie, he couldn't understand what she was saying. And the priest, what he was saying, she's speaking the divine language, a language before time, from the past, a language before time was even time. So this was the language that Yahushua was speaking, right? And just to prove the point, this is the book of Acts, chapter 26 and verse 14. Acts 26 and verse 14. Right, so these 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll read until I get to the point. Acts 26:14. And when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me and saying in the Hebrew tongue. What? In the Hebrew tongue. Going back to our forefather Eba, Abraham the Hebrew. Because we are not only known as Hebrew Israelites, not only because of the language, but because our descendant, which were Eba, was a main descendant, because also the children of Aram would have been speaking the same language. But because we are descendants of Eba, and because we hold a language from beyond or from the past, which is symbolic from the heavenly, for the heavenly realm, right? It says, and when he was fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me and saying in the Hebrew tongue, or the Ibariat Lashwan, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. Now, watch this. This is John 1 and 1. Hear what it said. Hear what it says. John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, right? So in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the powers, and the Word was a power. And as even the elders taught us, that Yahweh, the Supreme One, spoke Yahweh Shai HaMashiach into existence. And what the anybody learning the Hebrew language, they will learn that the sound came before the letters. The sound came before the letters. So the Most High would have been saying Abagada Wahaza Kalam Nata. You know? Do you hear the Most High might have speaking a thunderous voice? We don't know. But he might have said Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai came into existence as speak as a man. You know? But in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. So from in the heavenly realm, each and every one of us that was created by a word, and that word would have been Hebrew. So yes, we are Hebrews because we were spoken into existence, right? The same was in the beginning with the Most High. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Because why? In the tongue there is power of the one that have authority. Right? In Sanford and Sonny the show, the series, they said, sticks and stones may break my bones, but your words cannot harm me, which is a lie. A word is very powerful in the mouth of he that have authority. Even when you read the book of 1 Ezra chapter 4, when it says, is not the king the strongest? He talk and the people say go. If he say come, let it say come. Just join an example. Because when Yahweh Shai said, let there be light, wasn't light formed, wasn't light created. It's just by the word of the mouth, right? And this video not going to be long. This is Colossians 1, Colossians 1 and verse 15. You know, other precepts could come out. Colossians 1 and 15. Who is the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature? For by him were all things created that were in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him, and he is before all things, which what? He is the Word. You understand? And by him all things consist. So even Yahweh Shai HaMashiach would have speak the elect angels into existence. All things were created by the words. If I is a man that let me say I is some great builder, let me say one of them Sabgas or Elias over here in Trinidad and Tobago. You know, I have real money, and I say I want a building bill. Isn't it words that I have to speak? Doesn't it have authority in my words? And I just give out money of let me say a so-called collateral to pay these people. If I say I want this built so, wouldn't it be built so because I have the authority to say let it be built so? So it's the same thing. We are Hebrew because we are spoken into existence. Every time that we name a child is because of a certain characteristic or a certain vibration or a certain essence that we place on that child. We are Hebrews. The main point is because it is the language that we speak. It goes back to our forefathers. But not only that, it's because spiritually this was us from in the beginning. This was actually our spirit. The scriptures say the words that I speak, they are let me see, Baba Kashaf, bear with me. John 6 and through 63. It says it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So how we came into existence, how we came to life? By the words. There's a reason why my name is Lama. There's a reason why El Apostle Taha name is El Apostle Taha. There's a reason why our brother name is Bara, Makaza, Kalab, Raqqa. You know, So even the Hebrew goes back from beyond, from beyond the earth was the foundations that the earth was even ever placed. But you can say we're not Hebrews. We are Hebrews. We came from even the spiritual realm. We came from beyond. Right? Eba, which is Iba, got that name for a spiritual reason, just as Peleg. The division of the earth, the division of the languages. The IUIC don't know nothing. Alright? And with that, giving all praises, honor and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yeshai, Hashem Harakakadash. Hope this was edifying to the flock of Yahweh Hashem Yeshai. You know, shalom to the Akim that pushed this word out there in sincerity and in truth. Right? Brother Lamad saying shalom.